Warning, warning. As a medical doctor, I must inform you that there are side effects to this coaching session. Beware. It may enhance your self-esteem, cause you to experience vibrant health, encounter long-term weight loss, heal damaged relationships. Warning, there are side effects to this coaching session. It may increase your enthusiasm for life and bring about hope. It may cause you to have productive and optimistic thinking. It could even help you not allow messed up people to ruin the rest of your life and help you realize the masterpiece that you are and empower you to be the boss of your brain. Warning, these side effects may be long-term. This is Dr. Isabel from Doctoronamission.com.
Hey, hello everyone. How you doing?
Hello, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, so what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I would love to talk about developing resiliency during the storms of your life.
Ooh.
How about if we touch on that today?
Any storms going on in the world these days? You chuckle.
Yeah, I do. I wanted to ask you, sweetheart, what does resilience mean to you?
Well, you know what? When I hear the word resiliency, it always reminds me of the clown Bozo, and I don't know, maybe you remember, maybe you haven't. You might be too young to say, I have no idea what you're talking about. But it's like this clown thing that stands up, and when you push it over, it comes right back up. You push it over, and it comes right back up. And it has this amazing result. You just can't keep it down. It just comes back up. And so to me, resiliency is the strength, the inner strength, the mental strength to get knocked down and say, okay, wow, blah, 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 that hurt, but I am getting back up again, and I'm going to get back up again even stronger.
I love it. And that's why we've got the boxing gloves. We don't have any black boxing gloves, so we're using my pink.
Those are not mine,
gloves.
okay?
No.
I don't mind pink. Okay, I'm good with my manliness. I don't mind pink, but those are not mine.
No, they're not. And look, let's face it. We're currently in this pandemic. That's our storm here in New Zealand and around the world.
Yeah,
it's ugly and it's messy, and we've got to realize that this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So we've got to develop our resiliency to get through and cross over to the finish line. So that's what we're going to go ahead and talk about just briefly. We're not going to go deep. We're just going to go pretty, touch on some topics so that people can have some take-home messages to keep in the front of their brain.
And the great thing about developing resiliency is not just in that current storm, but that will carry you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Because guess what? This ain't going to be the only storm that you have in your life.
No, sirree.
My apologies if you didn't know that. However, guess what? I mean, how many storms have we had in our 40 years of being together?
Too many. I don't want to count.
Oh, okay, a few.
So let's talk about resiliency. Well, the number one thing is, the number one thing is this, your brain. You've got to make the decision, I will not go down. Above all, never give up. You've just got to have that mentality right from the beginning. Yeah. That's pretty bottom line. That's like a prescription. If I had a prescription pad right now, I would say, put this on your bathroom wall every morning and take a look at it.
May I ask a question, though?
Yes, you may.
Because I know you love to give everybody a prescription. So when something really something of life smacks them up the side of the head, and figuratively, not, for real, do they get a little bit of a break? Or is it like... Yes. I always say, give yourself 24 hours of downtime. And during that time, eat whatever you want, drink whatever you want, but know that there will be a payback after that. And that payback could take a couple of days, just keeping it real. So I always say, take 24 hours off, take 48 hours off, whatever you need. That's your downtime. But then you get back up
and get your gloves on.
And don't let it linger for weeks,
Don't.
months.
You'll
'Cause
feel
that's,
terrible.
and because we know, I know we know that that's type of stuff, that's when it can lead to anxiety and depression, and that if you just stay down, you start to go,
Circle in the drain and then start thinking bad thoughts.
So it's a matter of taking that prescription of Dr. Isbell, giving yourself that momentary time to go, oh my gosh, but then let's crank it back up again and go, okay, I got to get up. I got to get going.
And make the decision that you are the boss of your brain. You decide what you're going to think, if it's positive or negative. And I encourage you to just decide, I am only thinking on what I want, and that is what you want to succeed in positive thoughts. So let's talk about resiliency. Number one, brain. Don't give up. That's number one. Number two is nutrition. Hey, I'm there too. We've got to eat correctly, clean foods. And you're our nutritional expert here at Doctor on a Mission. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about what clean food is?
Yeah, it's okay. I'll give you I think it's a funny example, but it's an example, right now with this crazy time going on around the world. We're all kind of locked down and this and that. And we happened to be out for a walk the other day, and we were walking along, and you just were smelling like pancakes and bacon and eggs and all this and that. And there was a couple walking on the other side of the sidewalk. So yes, they were on that side, but we could kind of talk across to them because there's nobody else around, so sound carried easy. And we're like, wow, do you smell all that? And they were like, oh yeah, I do. Yeah, we had crepes with chocolate chips and this and that. I mean, they were just talking about, massive empty carb load, no nutritional value going in. So hey, whatever, that's up to them. But the funny statement then was, well, we're out for a short little walk, and we'll just walk it off. And I thought,
we're going to burn it off with this walk. And I looked at Michael away from them. And I looked at Michael and I go,
yeah, I just thought, oh, wow, I sure wish it just worked that easy. But no, it doesn't work that easy. So in that 24 hours, give yourself that downtime. Give yourself the comfort food. Give yourself the stuff you crave. But then nutritionally wise, you got to bounce right back too, because I can tell you what, if the nutritional part of your physical self starts to fall off, it will mentally drag you down with you, because it's all connected. And
I will talk about that on another episode. Yes. About the one hormone you want to control so that you don't have all these mental disorders. So we'll talk about that another time. So stay tuned. Okay, so
what else you got?
Then the next is sleeping. Sleeping is key. Did you know that if somebody is kept awake for 24 hours straight, they can become psychotic, and that means they can hallucinate and hear voices and think negative thoughts. So sleeping is very, very important. So make sure that we're all getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep, restful sleep throughout the whole night, okay? And there's a lot of tips on that. Number one is make sure you don't eat three hours before going to bed. That will definitely help you sleep a lot better, so that you're not just digesting the first 3 hours that you're sleeping. You're actually resting and going into your deep sleep. And then the next thing was laughing. Now, your body doesn't know the difference between fake laugh and real laughter. And your body loves to hear you laugh. It actually boosts your immune system. There are hospitals around the world that have laughter rooms that people actually go into, and they get out and they enjoy, because some other people in the hospital don't want to be hearing laughing. So they have these rooms, these seclusion rooms, where you can just go in and laugh your way to health.
Laughter quarantine.
Laughter quarantine. And they actually leave earlier. So that's a good thing. So laughter is very, very important. And I don't know if you know this, but I worked under Patch Adams, the real Patch Adams. And he taught me the power of laughter in medicine. And I'm just going to share with you an easy way to help you laugh wherever you are, even when nobody else is watching. You don't have to be watching something funny. You don't have to be hearing something funny. You don't have to be looking at something funny. You can laugh just like that. And I'm going to show you how. So you just go like this. Ah, ha, 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 ha. And do that. It's so easy, isn't it?
Well, you're faking your body out to say, wow, this is funny, because the body doesn't know any different.
It
You
doesn't.
know it's fake, but the body doesn't know, and it reacts the same way.
Yeah, your cortisol levels, which are your
Yeah.
stress hormones,
Yeah.
go down.
Yeah.
And then your happy hormones, your endorphins and your dopamine go up. So I encourage you to just go wherever and whenever you get a chance, and know that you're not going crazy. You're actually building resiliency, okay?
Now, if you walk around and keep doing that in crowds, they might think you're going crazy, but
yeah.
pick your spots.
Yeah, pick your spot. Like sometimes I have been known to laugh in the shower to get my laughter, and then the window will be open, and the next door neighbor, before they knew us, would be like, whoa, this is a strange lady. But now they know I am strange, and it's all because I like to build resiliency. So don't be afraid to laugh, okay? And you can just do it like that. It's very easy. And then I'm sorry, was there something else you wanted to? And I just kind of wanted to touch on the power of crying. And crying is actually very detoxifying. It helps you clear your body of the stress hormone called cortisol. So it's okay to cry. Of course, crying, if it's long and continuous, is concerning. However, crying for a couple of minutes every day, I'll raise my hand. I do. I think I've cried about 10 minutes today just because I was touched by something beautiful. I start crying. Or I just am thinking about a situation that that Michael and I are going through right now, and it's a little stressful. So I cry. It's easy for me to cry because it's always been easy for me to cry. Sorry, but it's easy for me to cry because it's my way of detoxifying. So don't be afraid to cry either, okay?
Wouldn't you agree there's laughter crying too? I mean, sometimes things are just so funny, you're just crying. You're crying with laughter.
Yes.
So it's not always a sad time. I mean, sometimes just let it fly because you got tears running down your face because it's just so funny.
Yeah.
Or you're touched so much emotionally, it's a happy cry because emotionally it's so beautiful, so wonderful, and you're just crying because you're like, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So understanding resiliency.
So carry your box of tissues.
is really it's all about the marathon, not a sprint, because you develop resiliency over time. This is resiliency, getting knocked down with the crazinesses of life and the things in life that come up and hit you. You're not going to develop it overnight. This is how you develop it over a marathon, over a long time, to say, hey, you know what, next time something happens, I know how to handle it. I'm a resilient person. I can take this on. And you get stronger each time something hits you.
I like that. And also, don't be weird about it, but just think, oh my gosh, this is something hard. Yay, I get to build muscle of endurance, muscle of resiliency for the next episode. So think of it positively. It's all about the way we look at it, right?
Awesome.
All right. That's it from me. How about you?
I'm good.
That's all there is. There isn't any more.
Until the next time, then there'll be more.
Keep your fight on.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.